It is the day we return to this stage, the spectacle of football. The English Premier League returns and United is in action. In just a few hours, we'll be getting to cheer our boys as they to take on Sheffield United. It's been a minute, hasn't it? But the debate is, should Scott McTominay be starting with the players we have that play up front, that attack, from the front, support the strikers with Mason Mount, Bruno Fernandes, Christian Eriksen? They have all been looking good for their national teams. They are back. Yes, Scott McTominay scored two crucial goals for us to win that game against Brentford. Should he be rewarded with a start? Or is he an impact player, an impact substitute? That's how we'll have to call them. Is he better coming off the bench? Because, guys, there are players like that. There are players like that. The former boss, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, was never a starter at Manchester United. He was always good coming off the bench. Study the game, come and impact it and change it. You need such players. Is Scott McTominay that kind of player? Now, at a time like this, when all these players, other players look good, Christian Eriksen, Bruno Fernandes, they are all good number 10s. Mason Mount, seems to be busy, he has not yet been effective, but Scott McTominay, we all see what he does for Scotland, playing as a number 10, playing closer to the number 9 is a better position for him because he scores goals as well. Besides, he's not even so much known for his assists, but he scores goals. So should he be playing as a number 10 because he showed us what he can do? He can score good goals. Or will he be on the bench again, come on maybe a little earlier if things are not going on well? So for me, that's the question. That's why I want to debate. So as we do go on to take on Sheffield United, a team that I believe we will obviously beat regardless what we do, we should be able to obviously deal with Sheffield United with whichever squad we start with. So this is where I think Eric Ten Hag has got to experiment. So do you reward him with a start now? My thinking is, to be honest, whereas I understand that school of thought that McTominay could be an impact player, but I think it's too early for us to make that conclusion. I think we need to reward him the start. He needs to be starting because he's fired up, because he's been scoring goals consistently for Scotland, because he has not got that opportunity to play as a number 10. Give him the opportunity. He has earned it. So for me, I think that's the call Eric Ten Hag should be making. And I don't care who he puts on the bench. Of course, it's difficult to think that Bruno Fernandes can go to the bench. But who knows? Maybe try out a formation with Sheffield United. Like I said, this is the opportunity you have to try out things. So maybe you can try and put Bruno Fernandes, rest him, actually. Rest Bruno Fernandes. He's from the international break. And this is Sheffield away, really. Put Mason Mount to play together with Scott McTominay as a number 10, and we see how that works. Yeah, if it doesn't work, if it's terrible, which I don't think would be the case, make changes. Because I feel like Bruno Fernandes is good, is important for us, but maybe at times, he disorganizes a bit of, the whole setup. We are still trying to figure ourselves out. And we expected these guys because when we brought Mason Mount, these were the things we anticipated. We are saying, what problem is Mason Mount solving? Because he plays, almost the same role that Bruno Fernandes plays. So that's what we are saying. And this is the mix we are seeing. So should he mix it up a bit and try out things? No one is untouchable. For me, that's what I should expect. So I feel like Scott McTominay has earned the right for us to try him as a number 10 and see if it works for us. But if we try him out as a number 10, we've got to try him out right. How? Is he going to be the one, with the burden? Is he playing with, who is he playing with? Because it's not a one-man game. It's also important. So try to rotate our attack around him. For me, I think that's important because it gives you something going forward, but it can also track back a bit. So he's a balanced guy. I feel him, Amrabat in there should give us a good balance. So my starting 11, and this is purely me, what would be the ideal starting 11 for this game against Sheffield should be Andre Onana in between the sticks. It's okay for a goalkeeper, whereas I would have wanted to give Baindil a chance. It's early days to do that. I mean, even Onana needs time to prove himself. So Onana in between the sticks for me, because even the mistakes we say Onana has made are not entirely about him, to be honest. I feel like, yes, there are certain basic mistakes he makes, but the players up front don't do him a lot of justice. So for me, it's not just him. So give him that chance. Onana should be in between the sticks. He should be there. I think the backline, Reguilon just makes us different. He just makes us feel like a proper, solid Manchester United team. And you love to see it. So I feel like Sergio Reguilon is important. His return, put him proper in on the left. Good, it's fit. Varane comes us in the back. Revive Varane to boss the back line. Then Lindelof next to him. Victor Lindelof, he's been good. That boy is another unsung player. I think when he stand up, I think he has put on some decent performances. So he's important. So let him play there. Of course, on the right, Diogo Dalot is one we have. Sofian Amrabat, fit, proper. Put him there as our number 6. Now, ahead, just slightly ahead of him, next to him, put Christian Eriksen. Or, if you want, put Bruno Fernandes there. Then let Scott McTominay be the number 10. 4-2-3-1, Scott McTominay is number 10. On the left, because I was excited by the way Sergio Reguilon and Marcus Rashford make the left flank exciting. They make it feel like a proper Manchester United, left wing. Like, it takes me back to a bit of, when we had Evra and Ryan Giggs. I mean, running on that left, it looks exciting, and United has been known for that. It looks busy. So I feel like Marcus Rashford, whereas I've got my issues about him, we all know this, maybe let's give him a chance, because I think he also needed time to try and gel in, with Rasmus Højlund. And maybe we judged him too much, and it started doing. We saw him trying to make assists even when he should be shooting. He's trying to pass the ball. So Marcus Rashford, I think, now can start really playing. Let him be there. I saw someone trying to say Garnacho should start. Garnacho, I feel, is another player who brings on an impact coming off the bench, to be honest, because of his energy and pace. Bring him on with, maybe Hannibal. You're increasing the tempo of the game when things are not working. So Garnacho is not yet a starter for me. So Marcus Rashford should start on the left. Then Rasmus Højlund leading up front. Remember, he has got a Scott McTominay behind him, another player who can add goals, who can understand his plays. Then, of course, on the right, Erik ten Hag loves Antony. He will obviously bring on Antony, but it's okay. Antony is a hard worker. He's a hard worker. Bring on, Antony. And I feel like that should be something exciting to see, don't you think? Let me know what you think. But first, subscribe. Of course, it's a few hours to the game. But I feel so calm about it. Let me not even, and people have been asking me about the whole takeover situation. I don't think it's one we should be focused on right now. I think we should be focused on the game coming up. Of course, the lineups will be up in a bit. I hope I should be returning with a live watch along. But trust you me, it is going to be an exciting game. My prediction, I think Manchester United is winning this one by 4-1. Rasmus Højlund is going to score a brace. I think Scott McTominay will have an assist in this game. What am I?